Hello, welcome to Magic. This is Richard. Today, I'll be going over how you can use Magic's SDK to quickly create an application that allows your users to log in with an email, passwordless, and create a Solana wallet on the fly so that they can accept and send Sol tokens. So let's jump straight into it. Some of the project prerequisites. Before we begin, you're going to want to have a Magic developer account. If you don't have one, head over to magic.link, click Start Now. If you already have an account, just log in. We will be going over some JavaScript. So if you have some experience in React, you'll be able to follow along. I will be going over a Next.js application. Also want to point out that the links here will all be provided below or wherever it is that we put text for this video. And so don't worry about all that. All right. So this guide, top to bottom, chronologically goes over everything, what you need, how you can do it, right? How you scaffold, that Next.js app that I was telling you about. Gotta pull in your dependencies, where to initialize Magic, how to initialize a Solana connection, how to send a transaction, how to log in, and I'll be going over all this in the repo as well. But just wanted to show you it's all here. And if you wanted to skip ahead and just see the code base, here it is at the bottom of the guide. It's all here for you. Also, if you want to work with it on Code Sandbox and you don't want to deal with repos and whatnot and just look at it for an even quicker experience, here you go. By the way, if you see this, it's because there's no API key in here. So as long as you create an app and plug that in, you're good to go. And of course, always check out our documentation. Our docs page will lead you to, or this link here will lead you to how to implement Solana on a Magic app. Okay, we'll be looking at this code as well in the repo that I spin up for you guys. Okay, not signed message, but the signed transaction. And of course, for an even deeper look at Solana, you're gonna want to head over to their docs, which is right here. Okay, so that's for more complex, more full-featured Solana application. For today's purpose, we will be looking at this guide and just doing what's in this guide. Quick and easy, quick start. All right, let's head over to our app, our dashboard, I'm sorry. I'm already logged in. I'm going to create a new application. I'm gonna name this Solana. I'm gonna create dedicated wallet. You can ignore the universal. All right, so you'll notice here, the quick start, it's set to Ethereum testnet. I'll change this to Solana testnet. You're gonna wanna copy this and plug it into the terminal, like so. Hit enter, follow the prompts, and that'll run a few minutes. So what I've done is I've already created one. So you guys don't have to watch me wait through all that. And here it is. All right, so what I did was in the .env, if it's not already there, I plugged in the Magic Publishable API key. I've also put in Solana DevNet, and this variable, you will want to, keep it the same. And this Solana DevNet, you'll have to do it this way if you want to do DevNet. You can change it, but the quick start just has it set up this way, and I'll touch on that in the code. Make sure you install all your dependencies. I did that to save you time. All right. What we're going to do now is run it. What I'll do first is walk through the code before I actually show you the flow. All right. So this is a .env file. It's got the variables. Let's get out of here. In the Magic provider, this is where two things are happening. Number one, we are instantiating magic. This is plugging in the publishable API key, right? You're gonna need that. As a param, you can pass in extensions to the magic constructor. The OAuth extension is if you want to, give your users the ability to use Facebook, Google, and whatnot to log in. That's super slick too. And then in the Solana extension, via the extension that we provide right here, plugging that in, and as for the RPC URL, it's calling another function, and that's in the utils network. And in here, get network, it's looking for what we had as a variable, and that's why I said use Solana DevNet. Okay, so if Solana DevNet, then it's going to use this this URL, this alchemy URL. All right. Now, in the magic provider, we're also connecting or initializing to a Solana connection. Okay, I want to do this, and this connection is going to be held in state, and magic is going to be held in state. Okay, and this is what we're going to use throughout your application to use some of magic methods, and of course, obviously, to use Solana methods as well. Okay, now get this out of the way. Network's done. Magic provider. This is where the important stuff happens right here. Okay, when the user hits the page, they're going to log in. This is what I will call, and I'll tell you, and you'll know when I plug in my email address and I click on submit. An email will be fired off, and I will have a 6-digit OTP that I can use to log in. Super seamless, passwordless. The user just puts in an email, and that's it. Once the authentication flow finishes, a Solana wallet is created on the fly, and then this method resolves to a DID token. And with that DID token, you can do other things that we'll cover in other videos. But as an example, you can pass this DID token to your backend using Magic's admin SDK so that you can validate this user and also, pull some metadata from that user. And then I will go to a faucet, get some DevNet tokens, and I will be signing a transaction. Here we go. Signing transaction, yeah. Okay, so that transaction will return a signature, signed transaction, I should say, and then we'll see what that signed transaction is. Okay. So enough with the code. Let's look at what it looks like. All right. By the way, I have no users on this app, okay? So no users. Going to go to localhost 3000. This is the app. I'm gonna plug in my email. Let's log in. This is that email with login with email OTP, one line that I was telling you about. That fires off the email. I get the email, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, 0 minutes ago. Copy that, plug it in. It resolves to that DID token that I was telling you about. And then the Solana DevNet wallet is being provisioned, and it's displayed right here. If I go back to the dashboard, when I had no users, now I am my very first user. Yay! So I now have a Solana wallet that I can do stuff with. Well, it's not fun having a zero balance. So let's go to the DevNet faucet and claim some. Please give me some. Thank you. All right, back to the app. Let's refresh this. Again. And again. There we go. Okay, so I have 0.5 Sol, just like I requested from this. And I'm going to send it to somebody, or I have another wallet. So I'm going to go get that wallet address, post it right there. I'm going to send essentially myself 0.1, but you know, your end users can be doing whatever they want with this, right? So I'm going to send transaction. There's a transaction signature signed, right? I'm going to look at the transaction history. And let me first refresh this just so you can kind of see. Okay, 0.39995. There we go. That's my wallet address, right? YGWW, right? YGWW DA9, right? This is my wallet address. This is my current balance. And this is what I sent a little bit ago. Okay? So it's on the Solana Block Explorer. Isn't that cool? Isn't it easy how you could just create a Magic wallet, a Magic developer account, and get an API key and 5 lines of code and plug in the API key, spin up that app, and people can start logging into your app and use your application with a Solana wallet already provisioned just by the very act of logging into your application. And of course, it's in a non-custodial way, so you can feel good about that. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. We'll be pushing out more content. Look out for it. Thank you.